friends, I'm back with Tracy Hanson, and we've been having a good conversation about strengths and weaknesses in the golf game. Tracy was on the LPGA Tour for 15 years and has been retired for about 4 years now. And I want to talk to you a little bit about what you've been doing and where God's taken you since then. And oops, I just kind of spilled the beans there and talked about where God has taken you. So we'll talk about that a little bit. In fact, let's maybe start there. What is God's role in your life? And if you can do that in like 1 minute. No, what is God's role in your life, and where has He taken you since you've walked off the tour?
Well, first and foremost, Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior, and He has been with me actually since right before I got into college. And He's been really the one that has helped me through all the ups and downs and the chaos that not only that tour life brings, but just that life brings. And without Jesus in my life, I really honestly don't know where I'd be today.
Wow, you did it in less than 1 minute. That's impressive. But now, with that said, then you would say certainly God is taking you through the steps of your life, where you went to college, San Jose State, to play collegiate golf, and then on to the tour. And now, after the tour, and I think even before you were done playing the tour, some of this was starting to enter your life, your interest in Israel and some of these other things, and Africa and some of these other places. So tell us a little bit about that and what you've been doing since you've been off the tour.
Sure. I actually, when I retired from golf, I really hated golf. And so I wanted nothing to do with it. And so I was looking for things that were outside of golf. And so I didn't want to work in golf, teach golf, any of that. So it's been a few years for me to really kind of find the joy again for the game. I've really been involved in trips to Israel with a ministry called Under the Fig Tree, where we do biblical study tours, hiking, using our feet, getting hot and sweaty, and really learning about the whole story that God's written for us. I work a couple part-time jobs, just to keep me a little busy. And then just recently, kind of in the last 6 months, year, as I've entered in more of my personal story and getting honest with some things, my passion is growing to take my story out to people. And hopefully that is to professional golfers or other athletes, but then just men and women who enjoy golf or even outside of golf.
Oh, cool. That sounds good. Are you getting a lot of opportunity to do that?
Well, I've had some great opportunities with links this week. So, it's really an unknown, and God's just opening the door, and I'm just kind of on for the ride.
Great. Well, we hope some things happen in that regard for you, and we'll be praying for that.
Thank you.
Strengths and weaknesses were what we were talking about with golf game, and I'm assuming that you see those show up in your life as well. Some things that, as we examine our lives, we say, wow, Lord, it looks like you've gifted me in this area. And other times we say, wow, Lord, why am I wrestling with this? Still, it just seems like I've been fighting this battle all my life, or I've been, these various things that are challenges for us. And so I want to talk to you about kind of each of those specifically. But before we go there, just in a general sense, how do you know what God has given you? How does that come out in your life?
I think for me it's been a process, because golf was only such a big part of my life that we tend as professional golfers to just only focus on that. But I have had things pop up throughout the years. I took a writing class when I was still on tour. I took a class on web design while I was still on tour. And so there were things that were popping up that were kind of percolating for me. And so when I left the tour, I started dabbling. And so when something that gets me excited, and actually when I got off tour, I thought I'd be working web design behind a computer screen. I don't have to talk to anybody. And over the last 3 years, I've been in more relationships with people, and my delight and my excitement is really growing for relationships and to be in relationships with people.
Well, your relationship with Christ is one of those, I know. And so I want to talk to you a little bit more when we talk next time about how that comes right down into the core of how we're living each day.
Great.
Can we do that?
Yes.
All right. Thank you.